So I'm glad you guys are so vocal in your hatred of this guitar and how poorly it turned out. I actually resanded this off by hand because there's no power tools. And I got it down to bare wood. And just in case you guys didn't see the comment that I pinned in the last video, I just wanted to sort of explain myself a little better. So Brad is excellent at spray finishes, so I wanted to do something different. I didn't think I'd be able to beat him at that. So hence the swirl. Home Depot doesn't sell dies, so I couldn't do anything there, and I wanted to keep within the rules. If you guys haven't seen Clapton's Psychedelic SG, look up the Fool guitar. That's the vibe I was going for. I know it didn't translate through, but that's what I was going for. And then I wanted to make sure I could show you guys something that was easy for you to do. So it is easy. I've been playing with it for a while. This was the inspiration that got me to do this. It was a pink, white, and black, and this came out really well. I just haven't been able to get it consistent, which is my problem. And I've wanted to try this, so don't hate me for trying something new. And then I was gonna swirl this thing, but I would have had to buy 2 garbage cans and that whole process, and I just didn't want to do a swirl. I think that's overdone slightly. I was really trying to get to that, and I just didn't get there. So we've remixed the paints. I've had a lot of feedback from you guys, which I really appreciate. I went with a 70-30 mix, so 30% paint, 70% Floetrol. I also mixed it the night before, which I learned is key. You can't just mix it and go. The paint and the Floetrol need to sort of absorb, so I did that. I plugged up all the holes. What we're gonna do here first is do the headstock real quick. We're gonna make just a little bit of a mix with the brown, yellow, blue, and orange. We're gonna do the headstock, and then about an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours later, we'll do the body as well. Just sort of staging this out. So we'll mix it. I got a cup. I'm gonna stir these up again. You can see it flows already a lot better. So just a little bit of blue, pour a little bit in. A little bit of orange. And I was told no water, because the water will actually make it run versus keeping it a consistent color. So we avoided water this time, and then I did about 20 drops of silicone, and I was told not to use silicone, and then I was told to use it, so I don't know. So here's the brown. And lastly, we got a little bit of yellow. I've also watched a ton of videos on how to do this differently. I'm gonna go with the original because I'm insane. So what we're gonna do is prop this up so I've got somewhere to put it. So this is propped up on my bench. We'll let this drip off into my catch pad. See, this is the other one I had played with that came out really well, just with the basic colors that I had done the first time. So I don't know why it didn't mix right. So we're just gonna pour this back and forth on the headstock. It flows so much better. Colors are so much more consistent. That's good. Let's hope for the front. The other thing that's different than the canvas is that the guitar has all the holes I have to plug, and it just doesn't flow perfectly. This looks so much better. A gazillion times better. Maybe I will win this. Alright, there we are. Looking pretty good, if I must say so myself. That's hot. Alright, so we'll let that dry for a couple hours. We'll come back and do the body. And I am really super happy with that. It's very close to what I want. The other thing is I can't take the heat to it to pop some of the cells because I got the paper here. And I lit that on fire before. But you can see as I'm using the heat, a couple cells pop out. Alright, we'll let that sit and come back. Alright, we're going to do the front now. It didn't dry at all because it's only been like an hour. But I'm supposed to be in 3 places at one time. And I had to redeem myself here. So I've got the paints from before. Don't really need to mix them. I did mix more than I did last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it into 2 cups so that way I can do an initial pour, and if I don't have enough paint I can come back and add a little more. That was my genius working. So make more paint, and the trick is to let this sit overnight. So now I don't remember what the color scheme was before. But we'll do brown. Oh, we did blue first. So blue. Then we'll go yellow. No, I don't want to do that. Orange. Brown, yellow. That's a lot of paint. So then we'll do brown, blue, orange, yellow. So now in case I screw it up, I've got something that will get me through this. Need a towel to put this on because it's going to drip. Let's do the dump. Pour, whatever the hell we're calling it. And this is where I ran out of paint last time. Take the second one. I may not use this full one. I've got blue on the bottom here. Alright, so let's leave this, start moving it around. So much more viscous. So much runnier. And so much a better color. This is truly what I was going for. Come on. I definitely need more paint on the sides. Alright, let's see. Lesson learned is have more paint on hand so you can touch up like that. Still filming, baby. I'll get it in a second. So I think I'm going to leave the back because it looks pretty cool and I'm getting a lot of paint running off. So once I get this to sort of mix, I may just leave it. Got one spot right here. In my next video, I'm going to read all the mean comments from you guys because they were hilarious. Maybe right there. And this really is flowing well. And it's flowing so well to the back now too. So I was told to get a hair dryer and brush some of this around, but I don't want to do that. And I didn't think about it enough to do it actually. So got my little heater, see if I got any cells in here. Some. I don't think I added enough silicone. Some popping. So I go from goat to this looking pretty good, huh? Yeah, I think I needed more silicone to get these to pop. That's alright. One spot right here. Really curious how these runs are gonna look. Do I wipe them? Do I not wipe them? There's still a ton of paint on the top here. But the look of this stuff coming off the side is fantastic. I mean, that looks awesome. Let's try and drip some of this stuff off. Some of the horns have just a little mixing up problem. So much paint is dripping off this thing. I don't know what to do with all the paint. Alright, we're gonna let this sit. Flip this over. Still got a bunch of paint. So over mixing was good. I don't know how we're gonna balance this. Should have thought about that. So here's the SG a day later. A couple bubbles formed here and there from the silicone. That's alright because this is wood and not canvas. It sort of pools to the top. The coloring on this is outstanding. The yellows are yellow, the blues are blue, the oranges here are orange, the browns up here came out really nice. This is what I was going for, very close to this. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. Headstock matched as well. Some of this sort of pulled off to the back, and I'm just gonna leave it. I think it's close enough. So we gotta figure out what to do next with the finish, and I need to explore that. Plus this acrylic paint takes a little bit longer to dry. So I'm gonna let it sit for about 2 weeks and see what happens, and I'll come back with a video and let you know what I'm doing next. But this came out like I was expecting. So Brad posted a video a little bit ago. I'm gonna go take a watch, and this will be coming out Friday morning, and we'll see what you guys think. I do a lot of experimentation on my channel. I guess you guys didn't like seeing an experiment when it didn't turn out, but you just gotta go at it again. And just wanted to show you guys my thought process through this. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.